Hello guys, welcome to Mara's Army channel, and yeah, this is my son Ebube. Like you already know him, so I said he's going to be in most of my videos, and yeah, we are here. So welcome to my channel, and I am your baby girl Mara's Army, a Nigerian YouTuber living in Abuja. So yeah, for some time now I've not posted anything because I've been quite busy, like, you know, being a mom to a 9-month-old. Like, it's been hectic. So at some last week I went to give my son vaccine, like for his immunization, and that week was, you know, rough. Up until now I don't know if it's the vaccine that is still making him to be all cranky and crying. You see, he wants to talk because I'm talking, and okay, you don't want to sleep, Abby. Yeah, nah, let's do video. So guys, my today video I'm going to be talking about antibiotics. Stay tuned and, you know, stay put. Grab everything you need to grab, your drinks, your, you know, look, my son has grabbed his own cheese balls, so grab anything you feel like you want to grab, and, you know, stay tuned for what is cooking up for you guys. Let's talk about antibiotics. Antibiotics are drugs used in treating infectious bacteria and not viruses. That is to say that using antibiotics to treat cold or flu is a very, very wrong use of it, because it is not for viral infections, it is for bacteria, for killing bacterial infection. So using it to treat cold or flu is a very, very wrong idea. The self-medication is actually the leading cause of, you know, abuse of drugs in our time. Yeah, most people tend to, you know, if we're having headache, we'll say it's malaria, we'll go and buy malaria drugs and be giving ourselves. Meanwhile, I know you guys can see my wristband. Yeah, it's from Homa bracelets, and I'm going to drop her details down on my description box, and so you guys can get yours from there if you like it. So back to what I was saying now. The rate at which antibiotics is currently being abused is very, very, very high. Yeah, I'm saying that because self-medication has been the highest practice, like, all over the world. I can't say a particular country. I feel it's everybody that is. Ampiclox now, it's one drug that is highly being abused, because everybody knows Ampiclox. Once they have boil or have anything, they'll be like, let me go and get Ampiclox. Let me go and get Ampiclox. The boy will go buy Ampiclox. That's one practice that people do, and, you know, once your system has gotten used to taking this bicham always for boys and all, the system gets used to it, and when these stuffs come and you take it, it might not work again, because, you know, the system has already adapted to the fact that she go buy bicham now. When she buy bicham, me will see whether I could walk. So yeah, self-medication, that's bringing you to self-medication again. Now, according to Paracletus, all drugs are poisons. Only the right dose differentiates it from being a poison. So this is trying to say that, yeah, there's a man named Paracletus that said that all drugs are poisons. Every drug is a poison, down to paracetamol, common paracetamol, flagyl, malaria drugs, all of them are poison. But the right dose is what differentiates it from poison. Taking the right dose, you know, taking it according to the prescription of your caregiver, taking it according to the prescription of the doctor, it's what will make it differentiate from being a poison. Because now you have met a health practitioner that knows what he or she is doing, and the person has given you a prescription of how to take the drug. So this is what differentiates it from being a poison. Now that you have gotten the right dose, now it cannot, you know, harm you because it's the right dose. Now it might want to interest you that although antibiotics have been, you know, highly recommended for killing bacteria, that some bacteria have become so resistant to them that, you know, most antibiotics do not work anymore. Now, what's caused this resistance? This resistance is caused by, abusing antibiotics. A study carried out said that the frequent use of antibiotics in childhood leads to the high rate of asthma in children. That's children, babies, and infants that are being given antibiotics. Excess antibiotics leads to asthma, and we all know what asthma is, where the child has wheezing cough or like it's health challenging. So too much antibiotics, we can see that too much antibiotics is not good. It's not even good for adults, it's not good for children, it's not good for infants. Too much of everything, we all know that too much of everything is not good. So if at all you want to administer any antibiotics to your child, make sure that it is being prescribed by a health practitioner, a pharmacist, or a doctor. Make sure that it's being prescribed. Do not just self-medicate your child. Do not just self-medicate yourself. Make sure that it's being prescribed. Make sure that you go to the hospital and the doctor or the pharmacist said, this is the drug for you. This is what is wrong with you. Take this antibiotics. Don't just come up and say, let me go and buy and pick loss. Or you get, my son is sleeping. If I go and drop him, he'll wake up. I'm not trying to say that the use of antibiotics is bad or wrong. All I'm saying, I'm just of the opinion that, antibiotics should be treated with caution. When you're giving your drug, you should, complete it. Make sure you try as much as possible to take your complete dose. Now, the following leads to the correct use of antibiotics. Number one, make sure you complete your dose, your antibiotics. Make sure you complete the dose of it, because if you take antibiotics and you tend to take it, maybe you're supposed to complete the dose in 5 days and you take it for only 3 days, and you say, I'm tired of this. Usually antibiotics are usually big, so maybe you want to say, I cannot finish it, let me just take it 3 days, the infection will go. My dear, you're doing the wrong thing, because if you take it like that, if you don't complete the dose, next time in the future when you want to buy that particular drug for the infection, it's not going to work anymore because you did not take the complete dose the first time. So now the infection is going to last longer and be stronger and be more resistant. And then when you introduce it to that particular drug again, it will not work. And that's why you see people say, madam, the drug you gave me is not working. You gave me fake drug. You gave me fake drug. It's not fake drug. It's the fact that you did not use it the way you're supposed to use it. So that's why I am against self-medication. I know that I am a victim of this self-medication, but let's also try to, when we are sick or something, we should, go to the hospital. Try as much as possible to go to the hospital, because it's important that we know what is wrong with us before we start treating. Now, the number 2 point is that certain type of food should not be taken with some antibiotics. For example, alcohol should not be taken with metronidazole, flagyl, and also tetracycline should not be taken with milk. For the reason why alcohol should not be taken with flagyl is that it might cause disulfiram effect, which is very, 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 very bad for the human body. So let us try as much as possible to avoid taking these things when being administered antibiotics. Now, the 3rd point is, do not take antibiotics that is being prescribed for someone else. Let's not do that. Like, I know sometimes when we go to the hospital, especially government hospitals, there might be mixtures. They might call somebody, maybe people are answering the same name but different surname, but it's blessing. And just for example, do not take a drug that is not yours. In general, not even just for antibiotics. Don't take drugs that is not yours. If you know that this drug is not your surname, it's your name but it's not your surname, don't take it, because everybody have different, illness and all. So don't take a drug that is not yours. Finally, my son has agreed to, sleep. So as earlier said, antibiotics should be prescribed and not, taken based on self-medication. Yeah, and also we should all try to complete our dose, and we should try as much as possible to avoid the act of self-medicating ourselves. Let us help ourselves, because when there's health, there's wealth. And when there's health, you are happy, you are strong, you are, you're happy that you are fit. So let's try and help ourselves. I know that I am not innocent of this self-medicating act, and you are not innocent also. So let's try our possible best to not self-medicate ourselves when it comes to some particular drugs. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, drop your comment below and give me a thumbs up. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, share and comment.